Alright guys, got my Nomad build to show off for you guys today. So, this build is great for the solo player. I will argue this is one of the best solo builds you can run in the game. I've already made a video on the Lone Star build and why it's good, but this one I honestly believe for a solo player specifically is the best option you can run. The 3-piece bonus gives you a constant heal. It's very, very small, but it is helpful, and I'll actually talk a little bit on how to improve that for solo play in a few minutes. But the 4 pieces, one of the important things with this set is once you reach low health with the Nomad set, it instantly will heal you to full. Once you take that fatal damage, you get a second health bar. It goes on a full 4-minute cooldown, and once that 4 minutes is up, you can do the same thing. You take critical damage, you get a full extra health bar. Also in this clip that you're about to see, I am running a recovery link, which again works in a similar way. Once you reach critical health, take that critical damage, gives you a 50% heal and a heal over time. What I want to point out is how these things stack and why this will benefit a solo player, first of all. So, I just loaded up this mission, waited for the 4-minute cooldown to wear off, and I run in, wanted to aggro these NPCs, and I want to show you how this works, because seeing is believing. I am calling this the 3 strikes you're out rule, because I run out of my first health bar, Nomad gives me my second health bar, Recovery Link does not activate yet. Once I reach the end of my second health bar, Recovery Link activates, and I'm good to go again. It's basically 3 lives, and as a solo player, anytime you can basically live 3 times over, who's going to argue with that? So here I've got some video of me doing some group play, and the underground we were doing with the kind of special thing added onto it to where you take a constant damage tick while you're playing. The Nomad offset that a little bit. I did not notice the issues near as bad as my teammates in this. These were just some random guys I jumped in, and where they were losing, say, a third or half of their health bar, I was maybe only losing half of my first health bar, or if they were at half health, I was only missing 1 bar, that kind of thing. The Nomad did assist with that. The health on kill is really nice for killing NPCs, keeping you alive, and things like that. I run a higher stamina because, again, I'm doing solo play. I'm running self-preserved on my LMG, and I'll show that in just a moment. To give you an idea, this build is just built to keep you alive, give you multiple chances to kill everything, and to keep going. So, one option for the solo player for the 2-piece bonus is to run a 2-piece Alpha Bridge, which gives health regen along with the 4-piece Nomad. So again, I loaded up a mission, and watch how quick my health bar comes back with the Alpha Bridge regen and the Nomad regen. That's not a bad thing for a solo player. Anytime you can duck and cover and regenerate your health that quickly, get back in the fight, it's a good setup. Alright, so here's my stats. You can kind of take a look. Running an LMG, like I said, it has self-preserved, rocking about 210,000 DPS. Using my M4, which is actually currently one of my top DPS weapons, which is about 240,000 damage. Again, currently I'm running this with a 2-piece Predator's Mark because I'm normally in a group and I don't need the Alpha Bridge heal. So I'd use it for reload speed. Anytime you can duck and cover, reload quicker, reload speed is kind of helpful. My mask, I would much rather have health on kill because health on kill is a highly important stat to have. If you're doing PvE content, especially as a solo player, every NPC you kill, the more health you get off of those, the better. You're going to want, again, just like pretty much every other build in the game, unless you're a glass cannon, armor on all your gear mods, armor on every gear piece where you can roll it, as much of it as you possibly can get. And then after that, you want to prioritize health on kill. Self-preserved as a talent, I highly recommend as an important thing. And then from there, you're going to look at crit hit chance, enemy armor damage, damage to elites, protection from elites, anything like that you can get that are PvE focused stats on your gear. That's what you're going to want to go for this build. As you can see, I'm running about 350,000 toughness, which is a little bit high. You can run this setup much lower than that and be absolutely fine and add some extra DPS. But again, this is built for a solo player. So to look at my abilities, I'm using Overdose, which is just a bigger heal for me. The second, you can use a Pulse or you can use whatever other ability you want. I've used Resource Station, Smart Cover, Turret, anything you want to use, you can go for it. So the talents for this I've set up for solo play, critical save, reach low health, use a med pack, extra damage resistance. Always helps. Reaching low health, you get your skill cooldowns back faster, which means you can heal, top yourself off. One is none, and then on the move are two that I always recommend for any build that you run, and it's in every single one of my build videos. Those are two of my favorite talents to always run. An option if you don't like a talent is adrenaline, but adrenaline kind of defeats the purpose of critical save, so you can mix talents up if you want to, but this is my personal preference of the talents to run. So just real quick, a few things to point out with this build. It focuses on survivability, killing NPCs, you get the health on kill. I currently am running it fully dedicated as a PvE build, where I'm getting health from critical hits on enemies, health on kill, and I'm getting the health regen. And if I'm running solo, I'm probably going to start running that 2-piece alpha bridge for the extra health regen. Recovery link generally when you're by yourself is highly important. In a group you can run survivor link or security link, sorry, and tact link. You can run any of those as you wish. You can kind of mix and match. Recovery link is always a safe bet when you're by yourself, because again, the video I showed early on, 3 strikes you're out. You lose your first health bar, Nomad gives you a second one. You lose your second health bar, you get a third chance because recovery link activates. If you can spread those out a little bit also, if you only use one of them, 2 or 3 minutes later, recovery link activates to heal you. Then at that point, you've only got about a minute cooldown until your Nomad can heal you again. You do that, you're super tanky. You've got multiple lives basically that keep regenerating over and over for you. So this build is super for PvE and the solo player. Again, I will argue this is the best solo build that you can run in the game. Is probably going to be your 4-piece Nomad, 2-piece Alpha Bridge with a lot of health on kill and a lot of armor, and self-preserved on a gun like a SMG, light machine gun like I use, things like that. Things to keep you alive the longest as a solo player. That's what's going to be important for you, is to be able to kill NPCs successfully, but to keep yourself alive. That way you're not just getting 1 shot or 2 shot by every single thing you come across. Survivability, enough DPS to handle everything, and multiple health bars by running Nomad. And if you run Recovery Link also, those things are fantastic for the solo player. So I hope you guys check out this build, especially if you're a solo player. Highly recommend you guys check out this build, because this honestly is one of the best I can suggest that you guys should run. So check it out. If you don't like it, that's your choice, but I do recommend this for solo play, and I definitely believe this is a build you should check out for PvE content.